We're on. We're on. Well, we're still doing our first drift, but it's the first touch, and I actually thought it was a piece of seaweed, and it's still fighting like a piece of seaweed. It's the weirdest, softest fight.
First drift in this spot. We've been to other spots though.
Oh, see, look, now waking up.
What?
Yeah.
What is a pip? What? Kawai?
Nah, I think it's like an okay snapper.
Okay.
Like a good eater. It'll be definitely lunchy, but it just hasn't done much. It's about to be at the boat. Now
What's going on, Wawa?
Just waking up now.
What is it?
A bit late, bro. Here it comes.
Can you see
Heavy's been very demanding.
Here it comes. There it is. Oh, that's a good snap.
What are you doing, bro?
That's a great snap.
Yeah, that's why when I hooked it, I was like, this feels good, but it's doing nothing. That's how docile they are down there. It's a nice snap.
That's a really nice snapper.
Yeah, weird. They
That
do
was
some weird
so
stuff
weird.
sometimes. Do you want to go to the net? It's just behind you.
Yeah.
Here it comes. What are you ringing, little dog?
Woohoo! Please don't try and bite it. Watch out!
Licking it through the net.
Hey, look, listen. You're trying to bite its face. Move. It'll bite you. It'll bite you. There you go. How good. Whoa, careful.
Thank you. Wow, that was weird. It was such a soft bite. I honestly thought it was in the weeds, and I was like, oh no, it's a fish, and then it did nothing until it got to the boat. No point of fighting now. Just going to bite you to death, and yeah, that's the result. And the way this morning's going so far, we'll keep that in case we don't catch much else, but that's a nice
How good is
snapper.
that?
Happy with
Cool
that?
colour.
Yeah.
Through the nose. What?
Right in the noggin,
Nice.
right
Nice
in
one.
the schnozzle. Alright, that one's going in the bin. That's potential lunch. We're also going to jump in for a dive today and try and get a few crays, so stick around.
Woohoo!
Alright guys, just the one snapper through there. It's pretty quiet. It's been blowing offshore westerly pretty hard, and after a couple of days of westerlies I find on the coast the fishing seems to slow down a bit. So one on the bank, one for lunch, so that's a good start, but we're going to head out a bit deeper, try a bit of a different method, put some heavier jig heads on and drag them across some deeper reefs and see if we can pick up a few bigger snapper or a few other species, a bit of whatever that's going on out there, and then we'll boost back into the coast and I'll get in the water and try and put a few crays on the board. Let's carry on. There's a big rock here somewhere. I better head this way. Yeah, that wouldn't have been ideal. Oh, that one that breaks just in here. Alright, this is what I'm chucking. And look at the jig head on it. So we're just going to put those down about 40 meters out the back and just drift along this deep reef and see if we can pick up a few fish. Sounder is loaded. So let's get some to drink. Just going to put it out the back. Drop it to the bottom. Jane's doing the same thing.
Ready, Wawa? Wait.
Yeah. Something a bit different, eh?
Yeah.
And who knows what you can pick up. Kingy, trevally, barracuda, yuck. We'll see. Something a bit different. Yeah, sometimes when it's a bit slow in close, you just need to push out a bit deeper.
All right, we've just had a massive drift like twice along this reef. I think we might call it quits on the fishing. We might try one more spot, but otherwise we're gonna go get in the water. I don't know if I'm gonna get in yet because it's so cold. So if I can brave it, I'll get in. If not, Frank's fizzing to get in. So get some crayfish and cook up some lunch and see where the rest of the day takes us. Hopefully the fishing picks up, but at the moment it's a bit like flogging a dead horse here. We've tried like a bunch of spots and really slow other than that one snapper you got, eh?
Yeah, might see how it goes on the change of the tide, on the start of the outgoing tide, but go for a dive and see if anything changes.
Yeah, let's go get some crayfish and cook up some food because we are hungry. What do you think, Wawa? Are you okay? She hates it when we're not getting fish.
You do,
that's a
eh?
big
You're
Risque.
demanding. You're demanding.
good girl.
You drive. No, up to you. You pick where we go and I'll get the crays, alright? Alright, we're about to get to the drink. Looks pretty clear. Sneak in through here, see if we can pick up a few fish on the way in. Try for a few crays. Dog's probably going to go mental, but it's all part of it, isn't it? Alright? You're the captain while I'm gone. Alright, no sharks down there? Alright.
Alright guys, welcome back underwater. I've just looking down straight under the boat here and I see a few good rocks a bit deeper down than I'd usually go, but as I said, I'm trying to work on my deeper dives, so take a drop down here, look how clear it is down here and still. Come around, have a look under these rocks. I love these rocks with this yellow kelp. The crays seem to love them, so just having a little bit of a look around down here, but nobody home. Deep dive for me, so not much ground time, but I'm working on it. Trying to get a few deep dives in at the start of my dive when the lungs are all fresh, and then a couple at the end as well. So nobody home there, so we'll just start pushing down the coast and into the shallows a bit. Just having a few drops on the way in, checking holes. As I said, this yellow kelp, I always seem to look under rocks with this yellow kelp on. The crays seem to love it, but yeah, nobody home here. But as I pop my head up, check this out. Heap of perori swimming around, super clear, heaps of fish. I'll just make my way in. I'm looking for a few butterfish on my way in and a few crays. When I say on my way in, I'm just in towards the shallows, a few areas where I know some crays might be hanging out. But also great area for some big butterfish. So drop down here, sneaking through. There's a butterfish up here in the distance. So I'll take a long shot at this. First shot of the morning, complete miss. But you know, got to get a couple of misses out before we can hit a few. So let's carry on. Guns reloaded. I'm back in the water. Dropped down here. I saw a little bit of a cave going through under here, so I dropped down here to have a little look through here. Bit tight for me to have a bit of a swim through that one. But check out this guy. Comes and staunches me out, and I give him the 1-2 with the spearhead. Show him his boss. Pop up here. Heaps of fish life. Not really the fish we're after, so we just carry on pushing down the coast. So I take another drop here in the shallows. Starting to see a few smaller butterfish swimming around in the distance, so I'm just getting down low into the weeds here, trying to make myself as camouflaged as possible and just sneaking through these little guts and just waiting for a good butterfish to come out, having a look around. As you can see, it's quite clear down the bottom, but looking out in front, it's quite hazy. But yeah, pretty good viz. Here's a butterfish here. You can't really see that one. Easy shooting, straight off the surface in about, I don't know, 2 meters of water, and I hit that butterfish. It's actually quite a good one. Quite often when you're in these shallows, they just pop out of the weeds. They kind of just dart in and out of the weeds sometimes, or other times they'll just be hovering over the top of the weeds. But look at all the fish come in as soon as I shoot something. It's pretty crazy how much fish life just turns up when something's injured or shot. Like, look, they weren't there before, and quite often when I'm dealing to these fish and taking the guts out of them, a snapper will turn up, or sometimes John Dory will come out of the weeds and things like that. It's pretty crazy how quickly the ocean can turn on once something's a bit injured down there. Anyway, one butterfish in the bag. Let's carry on pushing down the coast. Same thing, just getting down low, sneaking through the weeds. There's a few more butterfish starting to turn up now, so I'm just taking my time and gonna try and pick through the smaller ones. I know some big butterfish hang through this area, and I've told you guys many a times I love eating it. It's such a good eating fish. Here we go, taking another drop here. There's a few butterfish up here in the distance. Look, there's one broadside there. I line that one up. There's a couple up there actually, and then I'm still looking around. I'm just waiting for a big one to come in. Look, that's another butterfish. They're actually everywhere. I've just come into quite a good patch. This is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes they are real skittish, and other times they're just chilling and sitting on top of the weeds. So they're pretty docile around here. But I'm just taking my time. I want to get some good ones, because sometimes once you shoot one, they all disappear. So just taking my time. Get down here into the weeds. That's a nice one there. I aim that one up, but here comes a bigger one. I aim that one up and bang, hit that one. and that's a really solid butterfish. Just taking me into the weeds, so I swim down, get a double hand on it because I've shot it averagely, just so it doesn't get away. But yeah, that's like the biggest butterfish I've ever shot. They're not monstrous fish, but yeah, that's quite a big one. And for up in our area, they don't get huge. Like down south, they get really big. But look at the colours on this thing. Such an awesome fish. They're so cool. Anyway, that's a really good butterfish. So we'll get the guts out of that one. And yeah, super stoked with that, and heading back to the catch bag to secure that. We've only been in the water for 10 minutes and we've got 2 really solid butterfish in the bag. But as I close the bag here and I look down, I go, hey, I know that rock. I pulled a mean cray out of that rock about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So I grab my torch, strap it on, and head down to see if anybody's home. So drop down here, right down through the weeds. Doesn't really look like a promising spot, but as I get right down the bottom, shine the torch under here, boom, look who's home. And that's a good cray. So jam my arm under there, get a good hold of him. It's not coming out too easy, have a bit of a wrestle, and out it comes. And that's a solid cray. Super happy with that, especially after just shooting that big butterfish and putting them in the catch bag right above it. Yeah. Just check it to make sure it's hard, because at this time of the year the crays start to shed their shells, which you'll see later on in this dive. We'll come across a few shedded shells, but yeah, got to make sure they're hard at this time of year, and that the females have no eggs. But that's a really good cray. That one's going in the bag, and now we're in cray mode, so we'll have a look around. Usually where there's one cray there'll be a few more. They like to hang out together, so take another drop down here and have a look under this rock. And look at that, 2 nice crays. That one's already heading back in its hole, and I jam my arm under there and get a good grip of this cray, and it does not want to come out. Watch, I roll my head over here and to get my arm further under that rock. I've got a good hold of him, but he is not moving. I'm just having a big tussle with this cray. Pretty much to the end of my breath here, I'm just hanging on to it, and I finally drag it out, and look how it comes out. All the legs missing on one side. I'm just checking this one here to see if that's soft as well, because quite often when they're soft they'll lose all their legs and stuff like that. But nah, that was just a hearty cray that didn't want to come out of its hole. Unfortunately, he's missing all his legs on that side, and look at all the graze marks on this side here where I've dragged it out from under the rock. And I've also pulled half of its horns off. Crazy fight. Solid cray. That's about just a touch smaller than that first one, but that's 2 in the bag. We've only been in the water for like 10-15 minutes here, and we're already after our last cray. So drop down there and have a little bit of a shine under here. Couple of crays, but just undersized, and come up through here. This crack usually holds quite a few crays, but they're usually quite small. So just have a look at those and leave those ones. And we'll carry on. Keep looking around the same area. There's obviously a few crays in here, so we'll have a look. Drop down into this hole. There's a crack in here that is just absolutely loaded. A few antennas there, but look as I shine down here. These crays are so loaded in this crack they can't go anywhere. A lot of small ones, a couple of bigger ones. So I put my hand in here and just look. They can't even move out of the way, and I grab one and I have a bit of a tussle with it. But as I'm pulling it out, I realise I can actually feel it through my glove that it's quite soft, so I let that one go. Head back to the surface for a bit of air, and we'll have another crack and another look around and see if we can find a few more crays. Look at that, that's the hole I was in before, and the fish has obviously gone under there and pulled all the legs out that came off that cray. Happens quite often. Sometimes if you're having a bit of a session, you've got a few crays, you'll randomly see a fish swim past with a cray leg hanging out of its mouth. So there's a few around. They're obviously a bit small if I'm not having a go at them. Yeah, have a look around here. As you can see, there's heaps of holes, but a lot of them are empty. So we'll keep pushing around, keep having a look. Come down here, get in through the weeds, have a look under this rock, and there's one sitting right there. Shine the torch under, get my hand in there, and that was an easy grab. That's yeah, super easy cray. A couple of crays under here as well. So go back up to the surface for a breather, and I've got a torch in one hand and a cray in the other, but I want to have a good crack at these other crays here, so I think, well, this cray may as well help me out, so I change them over into my other hand, and I think, well, I'll hold on to you, mate, and you hold on to my torch, you shine the light, and we'll go back down there and see if we can get another one of these crays out. So I give the cray my torch, you hang on to that, mate, and do a good job, and let's go see if we can pull one of your mates out. I'm heading back down here into that same hole where we just saw a couple more. It's actually, once I get in here, I realise there's actually quite a good cray under here, under all this weed, and I have a jammin under there, and he's a bit quick for me, and I miss him. I'm going to blame old mate on the torch there for that miss. So I'll pop up here, and I head around the back of this rock to see if that cray's pushed around to the back of the rock, and see if I can get it from the back. I've got my 3 crays, but if you guys have been watching my latest videos, you know that 3's the limit, but then I go and try and get some bigger crays and upgrade the crays that I've got. So I sneak in through here. There's a couple of crays just below me there, but they're small, but nobody home through the back here. So we head back towards the surface, and this guy's done his job, and he's going back in the catch bag. So that's it. Not in the water for long. Great time of year. Couple of big butters. 3 good crays. Happy days. That one's going in the catch bag. Thanks for your help, mate. Boom.
Alright, me and Peppy are waiting in the boat for Frank because we both cannot get in the water because she will go absolutely ballistic. So we're just cruising, chilling. Frank's gonna go probably all around this coastline and try and get a few crays. So fingers crossed. Someone was in our other spot, so I hope that he can get some, but we will see. I can see him from where we are, but a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. So hopefully he's got something. There's also some butterfish around here. We got a bunch last time, so fingers crossed he can get some of them. You don't like butterfish, eh? I don't know what it is about butterfish, but she does not like it. She will not eat it.
Find this little cave entrance here in the weeds, so I take a breathe up and drop down into this little hole to see what's going on down here. Torches on, shine around. It's quite open when I'm in there. Little cray there. There's a cray back there that's sized, but it's a bit dodged to be getting right in under there by myself. And then I turn around here and here's a few shedded crayfish shells. This is what I'm talking about this time of year, where the crayfish drop the shells and they have to sit around in some weird spots out. I think this is why they're in the shallows, because when they drop their shells, they need to be in the shallows to get the sunlight to harden up their new shells. But yeah, how awesome is that? And sometimes when you're diving this time of year, there'll be shedded shells everywhere. So drop back into this hole here, have a little bit of a look around. There's nobody home in there. Plus, I've got my 3 crays, and I don't want to leave Jane hanging around on the boat for too long. I'm heading back to the boat now, back into the deeper part where we got in, and have a few more deep dives just to work on the deep dive. So we head down here, same thing, have a look under these rocks with this yellow kelp. Some awesome cray country through here in the deeper water, but once again nobody home this time of year. They seem to be holding right up in the shallows. Awesome viz down here though, working on those deep dives. Not too much hang time down there, but I'm working on it. Anyway, heading back to the boat. So the dog will stop whinging, and we'll have a look at the catch. Thanks for coming along for the underwater journey. Hopefully soon we'll get into shooting a few different fish, but let us know what you think. Are you happy with the butterfish and cray content, or do you want to see something else under the water? Let me know.
Yeah. Some big butterfish swimming around when I first got in there, so I shot 2 of those. Second one was a biggie, and then the rest just like took off. And then I put the second butterfish in the bag, and I was like, oh, there were torches there. Grabbed my torch, went under the first rock, like decent crayfish. Really? Yeah, so I got 3 crays, 2 butters. I'll chuck you that and we'll jump in. Absolutely. And then the second rock I went under, another good cray. and I grabbed him and we had the biggest tussle, and I thought I was going to pull its horns off. I got it in, but man, I just minced it. It's missing all of its legs on one side. My feet are going numb, the water's cold. Yeah, as soon as I got in, I was like, oh, it's cold.
Whew, not a bad dive, peeps. Let's have a look-see. Heavy wawa. No, not for you.
How good.
Yeah.
Exciting.
3 crays. Oh, well, people would have seen now. I shot that butterfish, the second butterfish, and went down under the first rock, and that was under the first rock that I looked under, and a couple of good butters. 2 butters. Big butters. Look at this guy. That was.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's huge.
Yeah. Look at this thing. I pulled his horn off, and it's not soft at all. It's solid, but look at the graze marks on it, and I tore all its legs off one side.
No.
That was the biggest battle to get that guy out.
Well done.
He's a little bit worse for wear, but yeah, super stoked for that. And
Epic. That's a big cray.
it's a big butter too.
That's a big butter.
Real big butter. There's a few more like that around, but as soon as I shot that one, they all just disappeared. But good little dive. Few
Epic.
crays.
That's unreal.
Good feed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloud cover's just starting to roll in, so we just pulled into this nice little chilled bay here, and we're going to cook up a feed. Check out the little bin. She's pretty full. Some nice crays, couple of butters, nice snapper. For what started out as a slow fishing day quickly turned into quite a good day, eh?
Yeah, really good.
Bit of a haul to take home. Alright, Jane's going to cook us up a feed, and
Oh, I'm allowed to cook today.
yeah, Jane's on the stove. Alright, let's get into it.
I'm just going to go straight down the middle, if I can. Ready to go. Oh, get the cob grill going. I think that's on. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on. It's so
First go.
sneaky, eh?
Yeah, so quiet.
Yeah,
That's why I was
and-
like, that can't be on. There was
And then,
nothing. It was
yeah,
silent.
and then you take that off and you can't actually see the flame, but with the naked eye you can kind of see like the heat wave coming off it, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on. Sneaky ass grill.
So quiet. So nice though.
Alright, we're going a little cray. Jane's going to have a cray wrap, and I'm going to have a butterfish wrap. So I'll let that heat up,
Yeah.
and then we'll get into it.
All right. I think it's heated up enough, so get some oil on and get the crayfish in, and then we'll do the butterfish a little bit later. All right, let's get this guy on. Ooh. Fishing. Right, garlic butter. Get a little bit of that in the center. More the merrier. That'll probably do for now. Alright, we're just going to pop the lid on for a little bit and let it cook. and then we'll get the butterfish on.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, so am I. What's the time? I haven't eaten all day.
I think it might be like 1:32, but we'll cut up a few veggies.
Oh
and
yeah,
salads.
that's always the way, eh? We're like, every video we do, we're like, well, we haven't eaten all day, but usually we haven't.
Alright, oh, you got some Tabasco.
Yeah, I thought I might go for more. Thought I might go for a bit of zing zing today. It'd go mean on cray, I reckon.
It probably would. If you like chili, I reckon that would go really, really well, but I don't.
Oh, did you put enough garlic butter in there? I kind of. Oh, look at that. Give that a little bit of a. Yeah. Mean. Oh, that looks so good.
Just let it marinate in there for a little while. How good does that look?
Yeah, mate, I'll thin it down a little bit.
Paper towels, actually. Alright, that looks about ready to be flipped.
That looks mean. That looks so mean.
I'm so excited for this. A little bit of oil. Pop Frank butterfish in.
I'll stand on this side so the oil comes back over here.
What?
Stand on this side of the boat so the oil runs back over to that side.
Yeah. Alright, y'all don't have to move your feet.
Oh, look at that. Oh, day
Beauty.
for it.
Alright, top back on.
Did you mention something about a coffee?
Yes. Let's make a coffee.
Out. Yum. We've just turned the heat off. That's all just sitting in there. So while that's staying warm, Jane's going to make us a coffee.
Yes.
That's got to be the best bit of equipment we've ever bought. We bought that on sale for $109.
Yeah, we've been looking at them for probably like 6 years and we've just never bought one. And then we're like, no, we're buying one, and it was on sale, so we got this one. It wasn't like a brand thing, it was on sale, so we got it. Hands down, the best buy so far.
Yeah. That rock there is just getting Peppy wound up. Look. What is it? What is that? A few boats out here today. It's a long weekend. It's probably why there's people in the cray spots. But I wonder if anyone's catching anything, because we literally got that one snapper. We didn't fish for long, but usually we know when it's on, and it just wasn't.
So slow.
Yeah, real slow.
So lucky to get the snapper that you did get.
Oh yeah, and
one and done.
Now we ended up with 3 butterfish. I jumped in just here where we're anchored up to see if I could find some more butters, and I found another one. So that's the one that Jane filleted up. So 3 butters, 3 crays, and a good snap.
Happy days.
That'll keep us going for the week, eh?
That's a great bin on any day.
Coffee is hissing.
Oh, we can start making that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, let's do that.
It's kind of warm.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's weird on such a cold day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yep.
Red onion.
Oh yeah.
Excuse the fingers.
Go for it. I'm always fingering your food.
How's that? More?
No, that's fine, thank you.
And Avo,
Yeah, huh?
as always.
Go to town on the Evo.
We just go Harvey's, eh?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you
Yum.
want both on there, or do you just
Yeah,
want one on
let's go. This is looking mean.
there? Yes. Is that enough?
Just chuck the other stuff on the side and I'll mow it.
Okay.
Oh, nah, chuck it all in there. Go on. First meal of the day. Well, Peppy can have the rest.
Yeah.
And then can you hit
yeah.
me with some QP, please? Oh, and some of that Tabasco. Oh, look at this.
No. Freshy, fresh spots.
Just take a mortgage out for that.
More?
Nah, that's fine, thank you.
Man loves his QP. And Tabasco?
Yes, please. Kind of just splashes out. You got to be quite, violent with it to get it
Oh,
out.
I see. Okay.
That's it. Thank you. Oh, that is mean. And I think that jug is boiling.
That is her.
Alright, do you just want to grab this so I can wrap this dog up? This is freakish. This is like the biggest, best looking wrap I've ever had.
It's pretty good, eh?
Oh, it's going to be
Oh,
spicy
maybe even gonna.
too. What's that? I don't know, but I like it. I'm going to have to go over there like that, do the old drag her back, flip her over technique.
An oldie but a goodie. Oh, okay.
Spicy butterfish wrap.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Butterfish in a wrap, it's just so soft and so good. I think it's the second time I've had a butterfish wrap. I need to do it more often.
Yep, they are one of the best eating fish in the sea, I reckon. Woohoo!
And sometimes they can just swim around real dumb and you shoot them easy, and other times they can be quite skittish. Today they were kind of just swimming around until I shot that big one, then they all decided they didn't want to hang around there. Alright, yum.
Yum. Alright, I'm gonna pop these sachets in so we can get this coffee going and enjoy it. Yep. Oh no, that's how I did that last time. That's how I...
Yes, coffee. There's so much avocado still on that knife.
Oh well, we love coffee and we love avocado, so happy days.
True that.
Alright. Yes. I'm excited for this.
I am inhaling this wrap. It's so good.
Okay,
The Tabasco makes it mean.
I'm gonna have to deal to this crayfish.
Yeah,
Get
deal.
it out of its bits. Oh, that is literally gonna peel out so easy. I'm just gonna put a wrap on my plate. Excuse me, excuse me. And then I'll be good to go. Okay. Mama's wrap.
Go full crayfish.
On the wrap.
Yeah, send it.
Oh, she's hot.
Yes.
I'll give it a go.
Yes.
I'll pop this back in the ocean. Do you want to see if you like it? Okay. Thank you, crayfish. I'm just going to have a little taste tester. Yum. I don't like too much because I don't like things to take away from like the taste of the crayfish. But some avocado would be good. Avocado and dog hair. Is that your hair on my avocado fluffy? Kewpie? Alright, let's see. Alright. Don't worry, you'll get some.
I love that the crayfish frame's just floating past you in the background.
Doesn't look bad.
Nah, it's biodegradable. It's back where it came from.
Oh, this is so good.
Sure, about 8 seagulls will turn up any minute now and start squawking about it.
I'm surprised they're not already here.
There's one. Oh no, it's a big turn. How's it?
This is so good. Better than usual.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just, well, you cooked it better because it just looked mean. Mine was freakish. I inhaled that and now I feel great. The only thing that can beat that is a massive coffee. You just keep it loose when you're kind of camping. Why is the crayfish like stalking us around the boat?
Is it just circling
It's
the boat?
just circling the boat.
Look how clear it's gotten all of a sudden.
Yeah,
You can see the bombies down there. And
Tide's dropping, I think.
must be.
But yeah, because I
Makes
jumped in here earlier and it was pretty crap. It's pretty dirty. Nothing to see. 2 tiny crayfish. One was a pack horse crayfish, but it was like this big.
It's been a good day though.
It's been a mean day actually, considering. It's a good thing about certain times of the year here. The crays aren't always in close like that, and when they are, you've got that option to jump in the water. As I said, I don't really like getting in out where it's steep and chasing kingies. It's not really my jam. I've shot, what, 1 kingie? I will shoot the odd kingie if I see one.
In the shallows, in 2 meters.
If it comes up to me in 2 meters of water. Which, but in saying that,
Watch out.
up the coast one day I had some monsters come in and I was in like 3 meters of water and just like circle around me, and I'd never shot a kingie before, and I didn't really have the gear to shoot these big ones. They were like 30 kgs, like 2 of them, and then like another 2 20s, and then the last one came through and I was like, well, if I'm going to shoot a kingie, today's the day. And I shot the back one and that was 12 kg. These things were huge. It was the craziest thing I've like seen under the water, like these monster kingies come in. I could have like unicorned it, shot it straight in the forehead. They just came straight in on me.
Where was that?
Just up the coast past where we dove earlier.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much that area. We started off there and I pushed out a bit further and
Give us your spot, Frank.
ocean. Bust ups. Oh, bust ups. Crayfish.
How's that? Is that cool enough? Is that
It's
the
lumpy.
Is it? No, you win some, you lose some.
It's alright for a sip.
I had no option but to put the sachets in after. Oh, that feels very hot.
No, it's not too bad.
That is good. That is good, Baba. Yum. Yum. Need to finish me of that.
Get it.
That may be one of the best wraps I've had.
Really?
But it's so simple and we have them all the time. This one just tastes really, really good.
I think the crayfish was just cooked really well. Maybe you should do the cooking from now on.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not, maybe.
Watch, there's a crayfish leg just out here and there's little fish busting it up. Yeah, it would stop right now. There's a little ripple right in the middle of the screen. Right about, I don't know. Was anyway. Just, yeah, over there too. In front of the rock. Fuck, there's a big rock right there.
Who's that?
Yeah, we've just kind of swung around a bit.
I feel like I could have another one of those, but I'm not going to. But I
You can have an onion and butter and avo wrap. Okay.